Over the past year and a half, I've watched a lot of committees in Parliament, and I gotta say, A, I was not expecting this one, and B, this is easily the most heated committee I have ever seen. So sit back and watch Patty Hajdu get raked across the coals.
Thank you, Minister, for being here today. So since 2017, baby formula has risen 84% in Canada, according to StatsCan, and yet, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, it's risen by only 42.9%. Why is the inflation on this product double in Canada, and does that concern you?
It does concern me. It does concern me when a product like baby formula, which is not easily replaceable, is that expensive. And we've had a number of exchanges in the House. Obviously, there are things that the government can control. There are things that the government cannot. One thing we can control, though, is increasing available money for individuals who are needing to purchase baby formula.
Has this been discussed at Cabinet?
In fact, Health Canada has actually made some regulatory changes to make it easier to get baby formula into this country, and I would encourage you
I'm
to
well
ask
aware.
the
I
minister.
actually advocated for that when we were dealing with the formula shortage before. And what I have seen from this government, from the last government, for the last 10 years is no action, no real care. We are in a crisis. Parents are paying $50 for a container of baby formula. In 2020, that exact same container of baby formula cost $29. The amount that your government is providing to families has not gone up by that percentage. So you can't continue saying, oh, but we're giving all this money to families. We need to deal with the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem is food is too expensive, and baby formula is not replaceable for families that rely on it. It is absolutely irreplaceable.
So, Mr. Chair, in fact, the Canada Child Benefit, which your party has voted against any increase since 2016, has kept up with inflation. It is one measure that has deeply alleviated poverty for children in this country. In fact, between 2015 and now, 2019 actually, child poverty rates declined by 42%, and we continue to see an alleviation of poverty through a number of measures. You have an opportunity, Member of Parliament, to stop fighting against families. Families know that there are challenges.
With all due respect, Minister, 84% increase in 8 years on baby formula, that is far, far higher than CPI. So no, you have not done what you need to do. And the real problem is that we are reliant on imports for baby formula in Canada, massively, massive imports. It took Health Canada months to get their act together to allow us to import baby formula from Europe when we were in crisis. Families were scraping by. There are families right now that are buying baby formula in open tubs because that is the cheapest way for them to do this. I've had families contact me saying that they are buying what they know is stolen formula. Baby formula is one of the #1 stolen food items. It is kept under lock and key in Canada.
And against the increases to Canada Child Benefit, against the kinds of things like early learning and child care.
Because they're not working.
As we pointed out.
If they were working, 1 in 3 kids would not be the clients at food banks.
In fact, if they're not working, their Canada Child Benefit is actually even higher. So for 0 to 3, those children would be receiving up to $7,000 or more a year in Canada Child Benefit, and yet indexed to inflation, and you vote against it time and again. So I'm just curious why you think that extra money wouldn't be helpful to a family that you're describing.
What I am saying to you, Minister, is the inflation on baby formula, because your guys' government has refused to do any real action to make anything better on this file. And when I ask about this in the House of Commons, do you know what I get? School food program. Babies don't go to school. Families that rely on this do not have another option. There are countless families, whether they're adoptive, whether they can't breastfeed for some reason or they choose not to. This is their only option for feeding their kids. And your government just keeps saying, we're giving all this money. Why can't families figure this out? Well, this is a failure on your government, period.
Well, actually, in fact, one of your members of Parliament derided our socialist programs just the other day to talk when we were talking about things like the Canada Child Benefit. We understand that the school food program doesn't.
Minister, when you go to other places. No, that's not a point of order.
Appel au règlement. Vous parlez deux en même temps. Trop d'interruptions, s'il vous plaît, Monsieur le Président. continue, I would ask all members to please respect the translators who have to translate your comments and conduct yourself accordingly. Ms. Goodrich, you have the floor.
So I guess I'll go in a slightly different vein. Have you discussed this issue with the Prime Minister? Yes or no?
Prime Minister and I regularly discuss affordability.
Okay, have you specifically talked to him about baby
the Prime
formula?
Minister and I regularly discuss affordability. In fact, I am grateful that the Prime Minister has kept affordable programs, all of the care programs intact in the budget that you voted against.
I have Madame Gill, a point of order.
Monsieur le Président,
Chair, once again, I have a concern for the interpretation.
inaudible.
We're being told that it's often inaudible, so I hope we can have enough time on either hand.
Merci,
On va faire le
Madame
rappel,
Gill.
le micro n'était pas allumé.
Thank you, MP Gill. The microphone was not on, I'm told.
Time to question, but I would ask them to respect the fact you ask a question and give an opportunity for a reasonable start at an answer. You have the floor, Ms. Goodrich.
So very specifically, Minister, have you specifically talked to the Prime Minister about the inflation on baby formula and the crisis it's creating in families? Yes or no?
Budget 2025.
No.
Budget.
I asked yes or no.
Budget. I have spoken with the Prime Minister extensively about affordability issues that
Specifically
families are
baby
facing,
formula?
and that's why in Budget 2025, all of the care programs are protected. All of the affordability measures are protected. In fact,
So
there's
I-
a tax cut for 22
Thank you,
million
Minister.
Canadians that you voted against.
so I guess
it's
the
a
answer-
privilege to
Goodrich.
say that
Ms.
the Prime
Goodrich.
Minister.
Ms. Goodrich, Madam Minister, your time has gone over, and I did pause for all the.
She deflects the question and goes directly to question period talking points. And this is very typical of the Trudeau-era ministers. It's simply a politician playing politics. Anyway, I'd like to know what you think down in the comments section below, and have a good one.